Welcome, dear friends, to a time when music wasn't just heard, it was felt in the soul through the gentle whirl of a vinyl record. Picture the 1970s, an era where the air hummed with the promise of discovery. I remember the first time I placed a needle on a fresh LP, that soft pop and warm crackle like an old friend whispering secrets. Today, on Nostalgia Time, we'll journey through the magic of 70s vinyl, from the artists who defined a generation to the moments that made our hearts sing. As we spin this tale, let the memories flood back. What was your first vinyl love? Hold on, because we're just getting started. It all began in those bustling record shops of the 70s, havens for the music-hungry soul. The scent of paper sleeves and fresh ink filled the air as we'd sift through crates, eyes lighting up at familiar names. Fleetwood Mac's Rumors or the Bee Gees' Disco Fever each cover a portal to adventure. I can still feel the thrill of handing over a few dollars for that treasure, knowing it would soundtrack my evenings. These weren't just records. They were companions through laughter and longing. As we move deeper, think of the icons who made vinyl eternal, their voices waiting just beyond the groove. The artistry of those 70s album covers, they were masterpieces in their own right. Take Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, with its mesmerizing prism bending light into rainbows of emotion. Or Led Zeppelin's IV, mysterious and bold, drawing you into realms of rock legend. We cherished these sleeves, poring over lyrics and photos like sacred texts. They sparked our imaginations before the music even played. In that moment of unwrapping, pure joy washed over us. Now, as the needle kisses the vinyl, let's listen to the sounds that defined our youth, the anthems that still echo in our hearts. Then came the disco wave, sweeping us onto dance floors with infectious beats. Imagine the thump of the Bee Gees or the sultry voice of Donna Summer filling the room from a trusty turntable. We'd gather with friends, the vinyl's groove sinking our steps under swirling lights. It was liberation, pure and simple, a time when music moved our bodies and lifted our spirits. Those nights linger like a favorite melody, don't they? Yet the 70s offered more than dance. Rock's raw power was calling next, ready to stir deeper passions. But oh, the rock anthems that roared from our speakers. The Rolling Stones' gritty riffs or Queen's soaring harmonies on vinyl, music that felt alive, pulsing with rebellion and heart. We'd crank up the volume in garages or bedrooms, letting the bass vibrate through our chests. It was our soundtrack to growing up, to dreaming big under starlit skies. Friends sharing headphones, passing the album around like a communal dream. These records bound us, creating bonds that time can't fade. As we reflect, what rock epic takes you back? Hold that thought, the personal touches are coming. Vinyl wasn't just for parties, it wove into the quiet fabric of home life too. Picture Sunday afternoons with folk tunes from Simon and Garfunkel drifting through the house, drawing family close. Or a mother's gentle voiceover, Carole King's Tapestry, teaching us about love and life. These records were teachers, comforters in the soft glow of lamplight. We'd trace the grooves with our fingers, imagining the stories behind the songs. Such warmth in those shared silences, broken only by a harmonious chorus. Now let's turn to the road trips where vinyl became our faithful travel companion. And who can forget the road trips? Packing the car with a stack of LPs, we'd hit the highway with the windows down and Eagles Hotel California on repeat. The vinyl's rich tones turned miles into memories, landscapes blurring to the rhythm. Stops at diners, swapping stories over coffee, always with music as the backdrop. It was freedom wrapped in melody, a 70s rite of passage. These journeys shaped us, etching songs into our very being. As we cruise along in our minds, the concert lights await, those electric nights under the stars. The pinnacle was the live shows where vinyl dreams came alive on stage. Thousands swaying to Woodstock echoes or arena rock blasts from Kiss, the energy was electric, undeniable. We'd clutch our tickets like gold, the anticipation building like a crescendo. That shared roar, the sweat and smiles, it bonded strangers into a tribe. Back home, we'd replay those albums, chasing the high. What a time full of unfiltered passion. As the applause fades, let's ponder the quiet magic, the rituals that made vinyl so special. Caring for our vinyl was a labor of love, a ritual almost sacred. Dusting off sleeves, gently wiping grooves to preserve that pristine sound, it was our way of honoring the music. Late nights alone, needle in place, letting the world melt away with a soulful jazz or ballad. These moments of solitude were profound, connecting us to something timeless. The imperfections, the skips even added character like life itself. In these quiet acts, we found peace. Now, as emotions swell, remember the personal stories that vinyl inspired in us all. Deep down, vinyl touched the heartstrings we hold dearest. For me, it was a rainy evening with bridge over troubled water soothing a broken heart, the lyrics wrapping around like a comforting embrace. Or First Loves danced to slow spins of romantic tunes. These records witnessed our joys and sorrows, milestones marked by melodies. In the 70s rush, they grounded us, reminding of what truly matters. Feel that tug now. It's the nostalgia we crave, the warmth of days gone by. As we near the end, let's cherish these echoes together. Looking back, the 70s vinyl era was more than music, it was the heartbeat of our lives. From euphoric highs of concerts to tender lows eased by a favorite track, it mirrored our souls. We grew with it, laughed, cried, and loved under its spell. Today, though formats change, that vinyl magic endures, a bridge to our younger selves. It invites us to pause, to feel the grooves of time on our own stories. What memories does it stir in you? As our journey winds down, hold them close, they're yours forever. And so, our spin through 70s vinyl comes to a gentle close, leaving us with a heart full of gratitude for those irreplaceable days. Nostalgia Time hopes this journey rekindled your own special moments, perhaps dusting off an old record or sharing a tale with loved ones. Music like that never truly ends, it plays on in our memories. Thank you for joining me today. In the comments below, share your favorite 70s vinyl story, we'd love to hear it. Until next time, keep the groove alive in your heart. Warmest wishes from Nostalgia Time.